I want to talk about something. And that something is land cycles. And a little bit more specifically, something about land cycles that has been happening for a very long time. Side note, I think Edge of Eternities is the most spoiled at the fastest speed set that I can remember in recent history. So I don't know what's going on there. It's just interesting that it's not even long after Final Fantasy, and we have like half of the set spoiled. Granted, spoilers, not all of these might be real cards, but when they go up on Scryfall, they're pretty much guaranteed to be real. So let's start looking. Let's look at this land cycle. Just look at it. Just look at it. The new type planets, they all enter tapped. So when you think about it, really, whatever ability comes on these lands comes with a 1 tax already, because it comes in tapped, right? Barring any cards that stop that from happening. So let's just go through them real quick at a glance. I'm kind of going off the cuff with this one just because, well, you'll see. You'll see why just because. Adagia. The Windswept Bastion. Why is every white land windswept? Can we get a little more creative with these names? Anyway. It taps for a white. 3 and a white, and you tap it. You make a token that's a copy of target artifact or enchantment that you control, except it's legendary. Only as a sorcery. Of course, only as a sorcery, because that's what makes it fair, right? But holy shit. It's 12 plus, right? I think all of them are 12 plus. Yeah. All these lands are 12 plus station to do their ability. This ability in white has only been available once or twice that I can remember, and it's really good in white. There's a lot of great targets. I mean, everybody's going to say Smothering Tithe right off the top of their head, right? But I mean, there's a plethora of other targets for this that are just incredible. And I think that's why this ability was more so relegated to like blue, because that's like a blue ability, right? Except, no, I mean, blue copies everything. Anyway, I digress. Really good ability on the white one, right? Uthros Titanic God Core. What a name. What a name. 12 plus station, and it's just Tolarian Academy. Right? It's just Tolarian Academy. Really good. Nothing more to say about it. It's really fucking good. Get a blue for each artifact you have. Great. Look at this. This land cycle is already beautiful, right? Nothing could go wrong. Let's keep going. Susur Secundi Void Altar. That's a... Say that 5 times fast. It's the black one. Pay 2 life, sacrifice a creature, draw cards equal to the creature's power. Only as a sorcery. I think they're all only as a sorcery, yeah. It's an ability black has had since the beginning of time almost. It's great, you know, awesome. It's super cheap to do after the 12 plus, right? Nothing new there. Let's skip over the middle. Let's skip over the middle one, right? Let's skip over it. The green one, Evendo Waking Haven, which of course is another Crucible of Worlds. Right? Crucible? Yeah. Add a green for each creature you control. An ability they brought back a couple of times. They did it with the flip lands in Ixalan, right? Because you had that thing that flipped to become Cradle. And they have it on they have it stapled to a couple creatures too. And that's the same for the Uthros. That's an ability that's been printed comparably a couple of times. So really, when you look at this as a whole, right, the white one is a kind of a new ability, you know, a scarcely given ability, let's say. So it's really, and it's a really good ability. So that makes it, by default, in my opinion, a great land in the cycle, right? You can't argue having another Tolarian Academy is bad. It's great in the cycle. Value black. I mean, they get it multiple other ways. Why not staple it to a land too? So it's essentially 2 cards in your deck now. It's the land and the ability. Just another great addition. Crucible, another great addition. I don't even want to look at it. Let's look at it. Caveron, Memorial World. One in a red, you tap it. Sacrifice a land. Fucking what, bro? Fucking what? Nobody else is doing that. I'm not sacrificing a land for my Tolarian Academy. I'm not sacrificing a land for all that green. Sacrifice a land. All right. Okay. They're bending us over. The doctor is bending us over and telling us to start breathing. Second land, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. He's putting the jelly on the finger. All right. He's propped us over the bench. We're breathing. And then you hear just the subtle. That tube is sounding a little empty. Create a 2/2 robot. Sick. Thank you. Then creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. Fucking what, bro? But that guy gets all that green. And that guy gets all that blue. And that guy gets a lot of cards. And that guy gets anything. That's an artifact or he gets a double of it. That guy gets 2 Panharmonicons. And I get to blow up one of my own lands. And I get a robot. Now I know what you're thinking. But Alex, red gets most of the best trigger abilities from sacrificing a land. Well, so does fucking other people, bro. So mine does, like, damage when I do this? Like, maybe? I mean, black and green also get, like, triggers off of sacrificing a land. I don't really know about blue and white. That's not really their jam, but they might. I don't know. So, this got me irritated. Irritated and angry, for one. 2, it got me thinking about when is the last time I can remember red getting a good land in a monocolored land cycle, right? So I started thinking about it, and I went back and let's I think to understand this fucking shit, we should probably go back to where it kind of started, or at least, like, I was just going as early as I can remember. I've been playing since, I don't know, call it like late 90s, 2000, maybe? I was young. Let's see. Where did it start? Kind of here, right? I mean, maybe there's earlier ones, sure. You could correct me. I don't care. So, Halimar Depths, the blue one. It's Omen, the old sorcery Omen. Look at the top 3, put it back in any order. That's great for free. I mean, same deal. Let's say it costs 1 because it comes in tapped, right? Still great. Still 2 cards that are great value stapled to 1. Colony Garden. 0/1 plant. Yeah, sure. Whatever. You get a body. Probably green, actually, in this cycle is arguably one of the worst ones, too. White gives you protection on any of your creatures. 1 target creature. Red makes 1 thing unblockable. Probably have to zoom out here. Boop. There you go. Red makes 1 creature unblockable. Or, I'm sorry, reverse that. It's a little worse. 1 target creature can't block. That's not exactly good. Arguably amongst the Halimar Depths, the Sajiri Steppe. Oh, and Bajuka Bog. Don't forget about the Classic, which is still included in so many decks. A lot of Commander decks for sure, but it's included in a lot of decks. Just overall, a great card to have. Exiling somebody's graveyard in, Modern, even especially, is great. So you look at this beginning monocolored cycle, and you could already see like red, arguably the worst one, probably tied with Colony Garden. I don't know. I think Colony Garden kind of edges out just because you get a body, right? A body for a lot of reasons is good in green, and we all know that. So here's where it starts, and red is already kind of trailing behind, right? So between there, there's a big leap, and I mean, I haven't really kept up with like Thunder Junction or anything like that, but I don't think they had. They might have had cycles, but whatever. I don't care. I'm just, like I said, this is just a thought I had, and I'm just word vomiting into this microphone right now. So deal with it. So jump all the way to Eldraine, classic Eldraine. One of my favorite sets of all time, probably. Castle Ardenvale was a standard staple for sure. All of them enter untapped as long as you control the basic type that they represent. So white, you make a body. Green, for 4, you get 6 to spend only on creature spells and abilities. So it's a trade of 4 for 6. It's good. It's like, it's kind of rampy. It's fine. Black is the draw cards, lose life. Classic. And then blue is scry. So in this land cycle, right, those all sound like decent abilities. Good, if not decent. Well, let's check out the red one, right? Look at that. Creatures you control get +1/+0 till end of turn for 3. I mean, compared to the other ones, I think it kind of falls behind. I don't think it's good. So that's from start to middle. Red kind of sucks, and even green edges it out in this category. You could make the argument for blue, right? You could make the argument that Castle Vantress and Castle Embereth are kind of tied for being the worst in this cycle, and I could see where you're coming from. But I think draw manipulation at the end of your opponent's turn is definitely going to edge out a +1 buff for your board. And this is another point where I think these red lands in these cycles are so tunnel visioned to aggro decks. And red is, of course, always aggro, but it's also evolved into such a... It used to be this tree that was just one long fucking stump, right? But over the course of the last 15 years, I want to say, red has really kind of spread out, as have the other colors, in what they can do. And you see that, but I feel like you see the development less in card representation in red, especially with land cycles. So yeah. Let's go to the next. The next. We all know this shit, right? I don't even think I have to... Fuck. This shit? This is probably one of the best lands ever printed. And I will die on that hill. It is versatile and useful in any format you want to play where it's legal. That, and so, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Beseiju, these are all channel abilities, they're instant abilities. They happen at any point, as long as you pay the cost and discard the card. So for 2, the color in 1, you discard Beseiju, and you can destroy 3 things. One of 3 things. You can get an artifact, an enchantment, or a non-basic land. And a lot of people forget about that non-basic land part. So for 2, possibly 1, with the cost reduction of having 1 legendary creature, you're hitting any target out of 3 options. That is so much value for an ability to be stapled to a card, and it's just incredible. Iganjo, I never pronounced this one right. Iganjo. Pretty sure I said it right that time. Whatever. 3 in the white. Same reduction. 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Very white ability. Pretty middle of the road. Not great. Not bad. Right in the middle. Down Main Street. Decent removal. Pseudo combat tricks. Stuff like that. Blue is just 3 and a blue for the bounce. Same reduction. You bounce. It doesn't have to be your thing. Could be an opponent's thing. Creature, enchantment, planeswalker. The planeswalker target, really good on there. Let's skip that. Skip them. Don't look at him. Don't look at him yet. Just, she doesn't exist yet. You fucking dog shit. The black one, 3 and a black, same reduction. Mill 3 cards, return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. Really good ability, especially when they're all at instant speed, right? What was I just talking about? About red lands being aggro-based and tunnel-visioned? Well, hey, for the same cost as the good blue one and the good black one, you could make 2 1/1 spirits that get haste. When was the last time a mono red land was fucking good? In a cycle. I don't know. Please tell me. Because I'm at a loss for words here. So where did it all go wrong? I answer your question. I know. I know the answer. And it happened 20 years ago. Look at it. Look at it. No, don't turn away. Don't close this window. Don't pause. Don't mute me. Look at it. Look at it with me. Experience it together as one. Valakut. The molten... Look at it. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. The volcanoes are... What do we do? I probably can't do nothing. We're probably fucked. Yeah, because this card was fucking awesome. This happened... What year is it? 2025? This happened when I was hitting puberty. This happened almost 20 years ago, bro. It's actually like fucking 16 years ago or something, right? You do the math. I don't care. I'm not good at math. I'm an electrician. I don't do math. So, Valakut the Molten Pinnacle. We all remember it. It's a great ability. It lightning bolts whenever you play a mountain. You have to have 5 mountains to be there. But it's still great. And guess what? It's not legendary. So you could have other Valakut the Molten Pinnacles. And you could be just having a grand old time as a red player. Lightning bolting everything. So they printed this. And all us red players started having a ball, bro. Man, was that fun. Free lightning bolts for everybody. Oprah was out handing out light. You get a lightning bolt to the face. You get a lightning bolt to the face. Looking at a Sakura Tribe Elder. You get a lightning bolt to the face. This was forever ago. And ever since then, we've never gotten a red monocolored land, especially in a cycle, that was any fucking good. You could prove me wrong, by all means. Prove me wrong. And here's where we are today. Here's where the fuck we are today. Look at this steaming piece of shit compared to everything that's around it, as always. Why? You could have said may sacrifice a land and gave us one of those abilities for free. And when you sack the land, you get the other ability. So, like, let's say, like, you may sack a land. If you don't, you get the robot. If you do, you get the robot. And you get +1/+0. Right? You could have done that, and it still would have been shitty as fuck all. Like... every time I try to rationalize where they are with mono red land ability development, I just draw a blank. Because they've gone through so many shifts in development team and how they approach things, and all the mono red lands are still fucking hot dog water bullshit. I don't know. Do you like giving +1 +0 to your creatures? Do you like giving +1 to your creatures? Do you like discarding a land to get 2 spirits that are 1/1s? Because I fucking don't. I miss this. This is what I miss. I miss being a red player and having fun. And I'm not saying, I'm not being greedy. You don't gotta give me free lightning bolts again. You should. You should give me free lightning bolts again. But you could give me, like, a free grape shot, right? You could give me, like, a free lightning grape shot that gives me a life. If it was, like, a red-white land, right? But, like, what? So... what do you do, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't develop the cards. I just criticize them wildly, haphazardly, and with no thought behind it. I don't know. You tell me. What do you do? You're on the development team. What do you make the red land do? Besides, bend over and get its colon checked. You can't put the jelly back in the tube. It's already out, Doc. Just get it over with. I understand you don't think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. What am I even saying? I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying right now. Anyway, that's what I got. That's my ramble. If you enjoyed it, fucking I don't know, do something, press something, and fucking I don't know. Whatever. Okay, bye.